Apologies in advance, everybody. I'm Symphony.
And I'm Atlas. And we are back, once again, with the good old Dead Cells. It has been a hot minute since the last time we recorded. A lot of life things going on. It really wouldn't change anything for you guys because we haven't even bothered uploading anything yet. So, I mean, really, the point of saying anything is moot, but you know what?
Semantics.
It's nice to be back. It's nice to be back.
It's all semantics. It's all just noise in the vast chasm of humanity.
Yeah.
Dead Cells.
Dead Cells. If you noticed, since the last time we played, the update O Plenty has come out.
Also known as the Thick Update.
The Thick Update. I have been playing a little bit more on my other save, but we'll go back to the YouTube save. We'll see how we do. Probably pretty terribly. I don't even remember if we had a run going or what. I don't remember nothing. It's been like 2 months. Okay, we do have a run going.
It has been a minute or two. So.
Oh yeah, I think this is the first time I've beaten a boss. Well, actually, yeah. For any of you who are wondering why I'm so confused, besides, I don't care. Besides not recording for like a month and a half, we also have had to restart this series because technical issues and whatnot. You know, the budding YouTuber problems.
Trials and tribulations of trying to get multiple series off the ground. Most, if not all of them, just kind of piddling out, or just the quality not being up to par to our already insanely high standards of ourselves. But what's you gonna do?
At least technical quality. Our humor's awful.
we're just awful in general.
Alright, it's been a minute since I've been to the stilts, I'll be honest.
The crab? What the heck? They're new. The crabmen are new. I don't remember ever seeing crabmen like that.
Well, I'm used to them being in, like, the boss sale runs.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. But then again, like I said, I haven't been to the stilts in an age, even in my own save.
They're not the most appealing biome to explore.
I hate these guys.
Cannonballers are just complete dinguses.
Kill him. Want to heal already, but you know what? We'll do it.
Reinvigorate yourself, heart of ice.
Alright. Getting right back into the thick of things. I will say, little update for those of you who wouldn't already know. We might have spoken about doing a few different games. Like, we were going to be doing... I died. Okay, well, we'll do another run. I'm a little scatterbrained. I've got a bit of the bronchitis, baby pneumonia, if you will. And my medication has gotten me a little scatterbrained. What I was going to say is we were going to be doing the Last of Us in preparation or in celebration of The Last of Us 2 coming out, but you know, I honestly just couldn't get into it all that much for a recording state. It's not my kind of game to record.
Pretty much just weren't feeling it, and with the critical reception of 2, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not the greatest idea to start that one out. I thought there were some other ones around here, secrets. I'll show you guys, if you don't, I think I've already talked about this. I don't even, good lord, I apologize everybody. There is a secret up here, but I can't get to it now. I need 2 other upgrades to even be able to do anything with that. this new lady talking about lost cells and whatnot.
And all the vials and jars and stuff, and you gotta think that Dead Cell is essentially just the tales of a hoarder. I mean, you gather all this stuff up and you just leave it in jars.
Yeah.
In this middle of this rundown castle. I mean, this place is not up to code. Just, whew.
The homeowners association is going to hear some words about this.
It's gonna be a field day for the inspector. It's one of those evil, dedicated inspectors from the movies who want to tear down family homes for no good reason because he's the evil, greedy banker man and all that. Nothing actually, no realistic standards to him. Everyone calls him a cartoon in the office, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
The hidey holes are.
And another thing, I'm thinking about doing one, possibly two separate series of The Binding of Isaac. I'm not sure if I told you fellas on here, but I'm a bit of a fan of roguelikes, being that, half the games I've been playing on here so far have been roguelikes. Binding of Isaac is my most favorite, and while I do not know exactly when, none of us do, good old Ed and the Nicholas crew will be putting out the, it's Afterbirth now, is like Rebirth, or no, not Rebirth, Rebirth is the old one. Repentance? Yeah, Repentance.
Yeah.
They need it. They need it. If they're gonna be making more, which they probably won't be, but I mean, Afterbirth Plus was supposed to be the last update, but then they got the other packs. Yeah. If Ed keeps enjoying making it, I ain't gonna shame him any.
Yeah, I mean, if they stop cashing in on the fan mods for that game, they'd be crazy.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, it's a very good thing that we wound up getting pretty much endorsed expansions to Binding of Isaac, because I don't know about you, but I did not enjoy The End Is Nigh.
The End Is Nigh?
It was the game after Binding of Isaac Rebirth, actually.
Oh.
It's fallen way under the radar since the good old Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy days. It was actually technically their newest IP, but I mean, Isaac has become a phenomenon in so many ways that I think even they forgot they made it. And it's not a bad game. It's just, I know for me trying it out, the general consensus is it's fun, but nothing as like monumental as Mr. Meat Boy himself and the good old crying child being attacked by his overtly religious mother. The Zelda roguelike video game.
I might have to give that a look. Let's see how it do.
Oh, the sewers.
I mean, I apologize in advance also if you guys can hear the little button clickies. I'm using a Switch Pro controller, and we're also in a different recording setup, and everything's a little different these days.
We've had a little bit of an upheaval since our last. Oh, did you die?
Yeah, I died.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were out. But we're restarting, we're getting a new one. We got a new one going. We're good. Unlock 2 more items. They just don't let you run through them. All right. Well, first one there.
All right.
Oh. Dangle.
Dingle
I'll
doodle.
work on the flint because that's one of my favorite items.
So many fun large heavy weapons. I'm not really supposed to be here. Keep it between us, okay? Alright, come on then. How much you have on you?
Forge.
A rogue smith. Oh, you can reforge for nothing.
Arrow. Oh, launch grenade arrow. I don't know why I can. I think it's because these are the beginning weapons.
Yeah, probably. They're sitting there. Why are you still using these?
Shots against first target. Good enough.
Neato. And the sinew slicer.
That is definitely one of my favorite weapons right there.
Oh yeah. You're a walking deli for like zombie meats.
Yum yum.
How thin do you want your zombie sliced?
A little bit thinner. Little bit thinner.
A little bit thinner. All right.
I prefer them a little bit thinner than a little bit thicker.
Alright, we're getting close to it. We're getting close to the pound limit. Do you like over or under? What do you prefer for your zombie meats?
I prefer a little bit under the over.
I mean, you slap some like weird slug man bacon on there, a little bit of crab meat, and then just squish it between a whole smorgasbord of nasty. And you got
pond scum.
You got yourself one heck of a dead cell sandwich.
A little slow, but you seem to understand what I'm saying. I lost her. I mean, my rune, you see. I'm a little stuck. I need my rune, you see. You wouldn't mind help finding it for me, would you?
Me? Sure.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Yeah, bring him back to me. He doesn't like being in the poopy. Rats.
And also, the rats, I don't recognize them either.
Yeah, those are with the updated plenty.
It's been so long since I've honestly played this even by myself.
Yeah.
And it's quite...
Scorpion.
It's quite funny to me how, I wound up introducing you into like 2 game series that I just don't play anymore.
Yeah.
It seems like every roguelike series I try out, you say, oh hey, that's cool, and then you dive 200 meters deeper than I even started to dig.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, did you get this far? I think I beat the final boss once.
9.
Then they're double teaming you pretty good here.
Yeah. I hate the scorpions. Not those scorpions. Those scorpions are pretty decent. What I got here? There we go. Oh, no.
Ah, yes, help. Time to swim in toxic waste. The Bruce Banner spa treatment. So refreshing.
Chunky.
Melts the pounds and organs right off. This game's still
what I was saying a minute ago. Thinking about doing possibly 2 separate runs of Isaac on the channel here. One with my good co-host, Mr. Symphony.
Hi!
And then one possibly by myself. Mainly because I don't sleep and I need something to do at night.
The mantra of, it seems, most Isaac players anyways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, old Sinvicta, he's been getting better on his sleep schedule.
Ooh. Elite zombie.
No.
Oh boy.
No.
Oh. Oh, and you're out of... You got one
cheese it.
Oh.
No. Mama. No.
Oh, no.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 down. That is 2 down.
Not to mention that death brought to you by Scatman John.
Good God. I'm not used to having, like, no weapons to begin with. Just, like, the base crap that they give you. Holy jeez.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was terrible for you, but that was freaking great.
Alright. I'm gonna take this time.
Yeah. You really... Defense seems to be a much more important mantra for you right now in your early game.
Seriously. I forgot that's how I got through it to begin with. So I mainly did the parries. Like this.
Parry, thrust, parry, parry. Good! Oh, that's obscene.
No, it's mobsy.
Okay, Marilyn. extend him and then leave him hanging. You blue bulb that vine.
Yeah.
So rude.
He's got to learn somehow.
Like, what he's doing is wrong. What?
Yeah. It is wrong. He's being a vine.
He's being a vine.
Doesn't he know Vine is dead?
I thought you were just an advocate of the Church of Latter-day Vines. Advocate.
The Church of Latter-day Saints. Mother Mary was a bird of prey.
Easy there. Don't want the Powerwolf copyright gods to come down and smite us.
I don't sound that good. I got the rage going now.
Truly a dungeonist soundtrack for this kind of game, though. They'd fit quite well for this aesthetic.
Oh, definitely. I would love if Powerwolf would do a game soundtrack.
Right? Like, we got Sabaton doing World of Tanks, but one, it's Sabaton, two, it's World of Tanks.
Nothing against Sabaton. I mean, nothing much against Sabaton.
Nothing much against. They're not bad by any means. They're fun. They're war disco.
Yeah.
They're literally war disco. They've got.
They're really fun. They are really fun. They're a great band to listen to. They just listen to a lot. Maybe not. It's nothing like that. Nothing against them, but just too much of a good thing is.
Yeah.
Oh hey.
That's why you don't meet her later on.
Yeah.
She's dead.
That is recent.
Oh, that's the skeleton that's always in front of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look what I found.
Because we were both so baffled, like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
And so, it's a corpse that plays a prominent part of upgrading and getting one of the best early game weapons. Because I don't know about you, but I'm definitely a chunkster fighter style in this game.
Yeah. I mean, once I get my good weapons, then boom, I'm kind of done with a lot of parrying and dodging and all that crap, but
you muscle your way through the game. Muscles.
I also rely heavily on my bombs and everything that I can find.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I mean, hey, the game it give you lemons. You squeeze the lemons in your enemy's eyes and then shove the lemons up there. What's going on with this now?
You shove the weapons up there. Whee!
It's like a roller coaster ride of pain.
As much as I like the Nutcracker, I'm gonna go with the Cindy Slicer because I just got a new sword.
But the cracking of the nuts.
Well, it's already gone.
Don't you want to be a hit Christmas musical?
Oh, Canada. Oh, wait, that's not Christmas. Sorry. It's just my homeland.
Oh, damn. You were getting close to the kill streak.
I got
You got sloppy. You went the Johnny Gone way.
I got the Johnny Gone hard.
Oh.
Shout out to any of you who are over 13 years old and know who Johnny Gone is. It's good old Bobby Lee off of Mad TV.
Oh, if any of you know what Mad TV is.
And no, not Mad from Cartoon Network. Mad TV.
Which, I'll be honest, is about on par in quality, but...
Older Mad TV was pretty quality.
I mean, we got the wonderment of Will Sasso and freaking Key and Peele from that group, so...
Yeah.
Will Sasso may not be as prominent as he once was, but... whatever he's in, he's typically the best character.
Yeah. I follow him on Instagram. He does some pretty silly things on there every now and again.
Oh, yeah. And I think we all know his prime is the best thing ever is his interpretation of the immortal legend. I think is Kenny Rogers dead?
I think he died recently.
Yeah.
We saw him that one time. Have we ever mentioned that on the show?
I don't think we mentioned our tenure as country artist, the country music scene. Indentured servants for stage crew.
Yeah.
We are actually a ex Barn Stage We Fest crew.
If any of you know what Barn Stage at WeFest, if anyone knows what WeFest is, I applaud you, I guess.
Either you, if you know what WeFest is, you're probably not part of the fan base that will enjoy our content the most. But I mean, hey, cool if you ever saw a curly-headed dude and a Bigfoot 2.0 here wandering around on a large concrete stage in the back area near the saloon in the WeFest venue. We're relying on a lot of knowing what WeFest is, knowing the layout, and realizing that 90% of you who've probably gone to WeFest are nowhere near sober enough to have any idea what happened while you were there.
Yeah, I mean, I also can't imagine there's too many like major WeFesters going onto our channel and watching our crap.
I mean, maybe that's how we build our demographic. Hello, WeFesters.
Oh, Christ.
I mean,
okay, I'm done with YouTube now. Okay, bye, everybody. I quit once again.
You gotta quit at least once an episode.
Exactly.
And then we get the professional MC, our good old Mr. Cigar and Cowboy Hat. I won't give out names to protect the identities of
the damned.
the damned. Oh, I'll put it this way: he's the most charismatic MC you'll ever meet. Truly a tour de force. Oh.
Tour de farts. That's all right.
Knowing him outside of work, he's a fantastic person. Just wow. Always wondered why he was the MC of our little group there. And we had really a rogue gallery on that stage, my friend.
Oh yeah.
And truly around this time of year is about when the festival would be going on too. We're smack dab in the middle of August, dealing with the insurmountable heat. You had a little bit of a solo monologue from good old Mr. Atlas here due to me having to shut down the house, close the windows, and turn on the damned AC. Tried to go the good old windows open, fresh air and ambiance, and it's just boiling alive.
I'm boiling in my potato juice.
In your potato juice.
In my potato juice. And to finish my thought from earlier. Yeah, that happens a lot. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. You get used to me losing track of what I'm saying.
Sidetrack the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about road bikes and people not sleeping. Sinvicta, he's been getting a little bit better lately from what it seems. I'm a major Sinvicta fan. Also, a very big fan of one Mr. Egghead Northern Line. Big up to my Canadian Egghead crew. Really love to do something like that one day. That'd be amazing. And I did not mean to teleport all of that. I too am a bald Canadian.
Balding. You are balding.
I'm balding. I just haven't shaved my head since coronavirus started.
But you gotta keep the look going. You look like Gimli and Phil Collins had a child.
Yeah. I look like fat Phil Collins with a beard. Oh, 80s Phil Collins. Fat 80s Phil Collins. It's a big difference. If you ever wonder what I look like, I mean, we have videos, but now I have hair again, and I mean, there's a reason why I wear a hat in all my videos.
And I mean, if you really want to know what we look like, you can dig, and you might find us. I'm not giving out that channel name. Not out of lack of pride in my content, just trying to start our own thing here. But believe it or not, folks, this is not our first foray into YouTube. In fact, we, for a good couple months there in the summer of 2016, 17?
Yeah.
Around that area. I think 2017, I'm pretty sure. I'm not certain, but...
It was 2017.
Okay. We had a little foray into YouTube as a certain crew.
Actually, we've had 2 or 3 forays into YouTube, some of which made it onto YouTube, most of which did not.
Yeah, there's one iteration of our YouTube that's on a dead laptop and his old phone.
Yeah. That was a setup, believe me, ladies and gents. Holy crap.
And then there's our another wonderful setup of 4 people, 1 episode playing Paper Mario and it going horribly.
Yeah, the idea was okay. Because we were trying to do a whole, like, major syndicated show idea. And thought, well, the more people we have, and we'll just, like, try to get everyone together to do 1 episode at least a month. And then everyone else can pair off and do their thing. Because we all had separate work schedules and everything else like that. Well, trying to do anything with 4 people, even when you pair off, is like pulling teeth.
And who doggy the overlap and talking over and just... It may have been a plan almost written in stone for meticulous detail. Execution was somehow the good old hangman for the execution put the noose around their foot, and all we did was eat foot for a solid hour.
Yeah, and that's putting it politely.
That's putting it very politely.
You know, looking at the run I've got going right now, my chances to me seem a little grim, but I'm gonna soldier through. Figure I can try. I know the boss man pretty well.
The good old the concierge.
Old concierge.
And he's such a kind concierge too, so thoughtful. He's staying at his post. And although he's not at the front hotel desk, and I'm pretty sure I already did this bit, but
we're gonna make a lot of references to things that you people don't know.
I mean, if you get all the literally, we are literally a bunch of media contained in 2 brains. It's about the gist of our humor.
Yeah.
But if you get all of our references, you know, you might go, and then go watch someone better.
But I mean, if you stay, by God, we love you.
And you'll get a couple more. I get it. By the end of the episode.
I mean, I think we're gonna end up being one of those shows that people watch for a while because no one else has uploaded anything for a couple days, and they're like, oh, you know what? After a while, these guys are okay.
Not to toot our own horns and predict our own success or anything. We don't have large egos. I mean, hey, honestly, typically we're self-loathing.
I mean, yeah. I'd really love to just have a little bit of health here, ladies and gentlemen. Please send me your prayers. Send me your hearts and souls.
Goku needs to. We're building a spirit bomb here, people. Send him your thoughts. Send him your thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, please, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what'll beat Kid Buu. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
He is pretty relentless, isn't he?
He is pretty rough.
Yeah, you can stop that at any time.
No. Baby on the bottom. A big bitch bottom. Just gonna hang out here for a second.
Wallow on the chains of shame.
Yeah, that was a good hit. A very palpable hit.
Very palpable. Oh, you know what? I think for once, just to change the pace, I think I'm gonna quit today. Our resumes are jarring as hell to read.
Oh! There I go again.
Here goes again on his own, going down the only road he's ever known.
No. Just no.
Yeah, I'll go hang on the chains of shame now too.
Go hang on the chains of shame. On the chains of shame. No, I get to do the crappy reference. I don't like that.
Who now?
Huh?
Who now? I wasn't intentionally referencing anything, actually.
Oh, you're doing the Winds of Change.
Oh no! We were going back to.
What the hell?
We weren't continuing the Scorpions references, my friend. I was just saying shit. Well, hey, you found a whole new way to twist that. Do you have like increased cell grab here?
Apparently.
If you don't die.
I think until I get hit, I have multiple knocks.
The bow of multiple knocks.
Of Enox.
Wumping.
They call me Dr. Wumpthon Sonthon.
Wumpsonathon? Now that's a name. That's like Wumpsonathon, PhD, MC.
I actually had a doctor when I was living up north. His last name I believe was Botswanathan.
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 That's one hell of a name. No hate here, man. You got a legendary name, Mr. Botswanathan.
Something like that.
That's majestic. Balls. Sounds like a name that conquered the fur industry in the 18th century.
The furry industry. I thought you were going with a furry joke.
No,
I'll be
fur
honest.
trappers, good sir. The good old Canadian exploration, the Northwest Passage.
I deserve that.
You gotta love that since you literally went up and got hit. What's going through the character's brain is just he's standing up from a roll and not realizing just to kind of stay up. He deliberately stands up and pushes himself into the arrow. He's just a glutton for pain today. His insurance won't cover his debilitating stigmatism in his left eye, so he decided he'd gouge it out and use the insurance for, I don't know, inflicted injury by a vagrant or something.
I have no idea what you're talking about anymore. I've totally checked out. That made no sense to me, and I am not afraid to say it. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think my co-host has had a stroke. Something's wrong, obviously. Motherfucker straight up dying.
He needs new glasses. So he stabbed himself with an arrow.
You know, the worst part of it is, I mean, you got the proper side for my stigmatism and everything. It's like you need
It's we are roommates.
Oh God, no.
So that's her. That's wild to me, actually. Like,
Yeah. It's pretty weird. Weird. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything good.
I'm driven by the thirst. I'm a thirsty bitch. Hydrate, people. If you're watching this, this is your notice to stand up and stretch, get some water. Haven't eaten today. Have a Nature Valley bar. Eat some crumbs.
Eat some crumbs.
And drink some damn water, you filthy heathens. As an energy drink addict, I speak for a large majority of need to hydrate people. You'll stay awake longer.
Yeah.
And just self-care, people.
And
treat yourself.
As a chronically ill human being who can't drink energy drinks very often, you know what really helps? Drinking the energy drinks that you're not supposed to.
I mean, hey, you almost had a heart attack due to Uber Monster back in the day.
Well, that's after drinking 3 of them bitches in an hour.
If any of you remember that treat of the Monster era, just, man.
Crap, I wasn't supposed to have it to begin with because apparently got a heart murmur or something. Don't take that one to heart there. It's the crap my mom says.
But genuinely, if you were around, like, we brought back Szechuan sauce instead of Uber Monster, and I feel that's where it failed as a species. You can get Szechuan schwa.
Szechuan.
Oh, that's another one that'd be fun to hear Michael Caine trying to say.
For those of you who, I don't think we've mentioned this on the channel, I just sat there cracking up laughing one day because I was thinking about Michael Caine sitting there saying salsa. Now, if any of you know how Michael Caine sounds, think in your head, how would he say salsa? It is hilarious. He's like,
and just,
Shaosha.
you know, just trying to imagine him trying to say Szechuan sauce.
Szechuan. Oh, I love Michael Caine. Shaosha and Szechuan sauce. My favorite.
In a sweet and salty stir fry. Oh.
You know, it might just be the meme. For most people, it might just be the meme, but I actually enjoyed the second one as well. I thought it was better with the chicken strips, which the one around here never seems to have anymore. So
yeah.
I don't hardly ever go to that damn place anymore.
It's always a freaking game of Russian roulette on how good your burger's going to be. And I mean that in the deadly sense, too, of just seems like every burger joint around here, you have a 1 in 6 chance of literally puking and crapping your guts out. Not to get graphic. Hi, everybody. We just have a very lucrative fast food industry around here. I mean, the Burger King around here pretty much has a big condemned sign on it for, like, anyone who's eaten there.
Yeah.
But hey, you get a lot of food.
I mean, yeah, you do. I didn't want to look for the rubbish again.
Well, you found a bear trappish?
Yeah, bear trap.
Oh, isn't it? Is it wolf? Is it like it's? Is it a wolf job?
It's a wolf job.
Wolf job.
Put in a wolf job.
Who? We don't have an editor.
I guess me. Later, Alice. Put in a wolf job. Which won't happen because we don't edit our videos. Not yet. There's not really much of any need to.
We are very deep in a backlog creating pit right now, people. When you're watching this, these aren't a bunch of videos recorded back to back or anything. This is a large pool of months of sporadic recording schedules, all lumped together and uploaded at a consistent rate. Episodes 1 and 2 have a solid month between them.
Episodes 1 and 2 of this probably have like a solid 2 months.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, these are some fun times, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm sure you all are enjoying all the Backstreet Boys reunion tours that we're getting. Freaking, I know YouTube has a boner for demonetizing anything that has the word coronavirus in it, but you know what? These aren't going to be monetized anyway, so boonk.
It's so boonk. I mean, I'm a firm believer that what Danzig said, the state of 2020 is caused by us making Old Town Road a #1 hit last year. And I'm typically not a person who ever wants to agree with Danzig, but you know what? He's got a point on that one. We made Billy Ray Cyrus slightly relevant again. We deserve to suffer as a species for that. And that's coming from a fan who unironically actually enjoys his parts in that song. As much as I like the joke, Old Town Road isn't the worst pop hit to ever take the top the #1 spot on the top 200. This is also coming from two people who predominantly listen to the weirdest shit you can find out there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even I've been considering getting into the lucrative business of making fat beatsies. Because you can only get so bored when you're stuck indoors all day.
The good old... I mean, honestly, you could call it the early retirement of people in their 20s. going on in the world right now, for the sake that a lot of us are kind of just stuck at home waiting for our jobs to call us back, or just kind of trying to survive the life going on.
Yeah.
God forbid the people who actually have to medically stay home during all this.
I mean, technically, I'm supposed to be on those, but yeah, honestly, at this point, I'd almost rather be working again.
Yeah.
Although I do enjoy being able to work on YouTube when I finally feel healthy enough to speak for more than 10 minutes at a time.
God forbid if we've been trying to do this during our tenure at our current still job, so no backtalk or anything with that, and confidentiality and all that. There's no real reason for me to be saying that. I'm just being unintentionally cryptic. And that was a cameo, possibly bought from our air conditioner. That's a good run you got going here after the two rougher ones.
I think the biggest thing is I'm actually getting scrolls this time. And as much as I don't really want to get a red one,
But you don't want to get the red one, so I won't get the red one.
I wanted the more health, but I also want my weapons to do damage.
Yeah. Once you get to the concierge, Frost Blast and the bow aren't going to do that much.
No. They can. Believe you me, they can. But it's not the ideal.
And you don't really have the mutations or upgraded scrolls to properly get that kind of damage done.
Yeah.
I mean, you have knocked bow, like 1 in Frost Blast 2, right?
Yeah.
The falling platform. Oh, the filthy, filthy rune.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back down and get that one of these days, but...
Hey! You there, hit me! Oh, those are so rarely ever worth the effort.
Seriously, especially now. Because even the regular chests can either have nothing or have enemies in them now too.
Yeah.
Since the update. I'm not all that interested in taking something that can kill me if I get hit with one, take one hit.
I mean, if it started dropping like blueprints or something, that'd be pretty neat, but
yeah,
it's just not worth the risk to even start to find out. They're so player hostile. It's redonkulous. It's whole redonkulous. Donkey with the badonky.
You just missed it. Oh no, you just missed it. That donkey fell into a bowl of sugar. Now that's a sweet ass.
Yeah, crows. I'm trying to get away too. This bats. Shit, is the next boss Batman?
Is it Batman? It's Saul Batman.
It's Saul Batman.
Oh yeah, I need the thing. It's the whole reason why I came back down here. It's like, oh, I could go get that. And I was like, no, I can't. No, I can't. And I don't really need the kunai, and I can't jump up to the other secret level. So I'll go to Ramparts. Ramparts. And I think I'll try to get through the... I'll make this a little bit of a longer episode today, since it's nice being back. We got a few other things to go on after this.
We got an optimal recording set now too, so we'll give the fans what they want.
What do you want, fans? Fan? Nope, nobody yet.
No.
Nope, nobody.
What do you want? Endless abyss.
This screaming void.
Speak, damn you! Break the silence! Give me chaos in the serenity of silence.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I'm actually going insane during this session. I think I'm unsubtly and subconsciously advertising to watch our Sunless Sea series. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, subtle reference.
Not a shameless plug at all.
I mean, is it a plug when you're just doing your own content on your own channel?
Well, some people call it a plug, but yeah. I mean, go watch more of our content, please. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. We're still in our blooming days of.
We know
of
we're
YouTube.
terrible. You please hammer that home.
Oh yeah, our commentary is getting better. There we go. Look at that, ladies and gents.
She's a flying beastie.
Every mountain, search high and low.
Good old Goophead McGee here. Hi ho! If you would have fallen down a chasm there, I would have.
Oh, I've done that so many times on my own runs.
Yeah.
I can see. I can't fight.
An infantry grenade. I don't find any use for them, to be honest.
Most grenades I don't find much use for.
Like, if it's not the ice grenade, I typically just skip
The
it.
fire ones are good too. I mean, like the cluster ones are okay. They generally, a lot of them are okay, but don't have a lot of use.
Oh. I mean, getting the 60 you need to unlock the door here is damn near impossible, so.
Yeah.
You gotta be a hairy wizard.
You're a hairy lizard.
You're a bearded dragon, Harry. I shouldn't have had that. Hagrid's just tripping balls talking to his dragon, and Harry Potter's stuck under the stairs. None of it ever happened, it's just Hagrid's wicked LSD trip.
Now, my question for all y'all. Any of you are over the age of 21. Have you had absinthe? And what do you think of it? I'm not a huge fan. I've had several different types of absinthe. I had a friend of mine when I was younger. He was an elderly gentleman. And, well, not really that elderly. He was like in his 50s. Used to hang out with him all the time. And he's an ex-cop and ex-Navy and all that jazz. But he's just a weird and cool dude. Major nerd and whatnot. But one of his favorite drinks, basically the only thing he drank besides tequila, he drank two things of alcohol, tequila and absinthe.
Holy crap, that's a combo.
Yeah. And the absinthe was always like some, like, not cheap at all imported stuff.
Holy crap.
And, I mean, that was okay, but I just can't eat a whole, or I can't taste black licorice anymore, because it used to actually be my favorite type of licorice, and then I got gravely sick from some old black licorice one day, and now I can't think of it, I can't smell it, it makes me gag. It's like the worst, what is it, like stomach flu or whatever, something like that. It just made my tummy real bad when I was little.
The rumbly and the tumbly was real.
If you ever feel like you ate a ball of lead, that's pretty much what it felt like.
And now my question is, black licorice, I didn't know absinthe tastes like black licorice. I typically associate that with my hatred of Jägermeister.
Well, it's not as like black licorice as Jägermeister. I mean, they both have a very, they also they share an ingredient. The star anise.
By gum, I aging myself up 40 years with that quote. Just more along the lines of, I have had Jägermeister one night in my life. I have avoided it like the plague ever since. It was a night of enjoying quite a few drinks, a bonfire, petrifying one of our friends by perpetuating supernatural rumors around my parents' place, and coming back to our little apartment and going far too ham on a bottle of Jägermeister, and by the end of the night needing to be fed like a little baby bird because I was that extremely sick on alcohol.
When we were young.
When we were young.
2 years ago.
Actually, that's sitting at about 4 years ago.
I was actually back when we were just turning 21.
Yeah. Actually, you were 21. I wasn't even 21 at that point.
That's illegal.
Oh no, underage drinking truly that actually is a huge problem in Minnesota.
Yeah, it is a big problem. I mean, it's kind of a big problem everywhere, like, especially in our area.
Like we have, it's a history of the underage drinking are literally in the 12-step program and being proud of your chips by the end of your 20s.
Yeah.
Kind of drunks around here. It gets so out of control so fast.
A lot of people that we went to school with, man. Not to name names, not to tell you where we live or anything like that. But
If you're
some people around here got it pretty bad.
not to get all somber on you, but just it's a roguelike. It's kind of just going to be the life and times of Atlas and Symphony, and the absolute insanity that was our childhood without being a sitcom. I'm not convinced we're not on a Truman Show style shit with all the crap that's gone on in our town.
Yeah.
And the circumstantial evidence of we grew up next door to each other but didn't meet until his senior year of high school.
Well, we met in my junior year, but we didn't hang out that much.
Yeah.
Because it was my junior year that summer. That's when we went to,
Yeah, that's right. Went to the Renaissance Fair. He got a staff, and I got an overpriced wooden sword that broke a week later.
I still have actually, it's a walking stick one, and I still use it, and I still have it and use it to this day. Just not recently because now we live in an apartment and have like tiled floors, and I don't want to be smacking the tile floors with my cane.
You're gonna want to clip clop like a horse.
And for any of you who don't know, I also have a problem with my foot. It makes it hard for me to walk sometimes. Cause I'm an old man, freaking 25 years old, and sound like I'm fucking 1,000.
Tyler, all of our well, I mean,
We always call each other by our real name. It's hard to get out of calling each other by our real names.
yeah.
I like going by old Archie.
I do like the name Symphony, but we were too accustomed to just calling each other by our names. It just happens. We're not trying to hide our identities or anything. Like, if you somehow recognize us on the street, single person who has just stumbled upon this video in the great chasm that is the weird side of YouTube, you recognize us in the streets, I think I'll be more concerned on how do you... Why me?
Why me? Tell me what was my crime.
But we sound like... Our demeanor is constantly sounding like 50-year-olds.
Yeah. Excuse me, let me get through this door right here. What should I work on next? I don't have anything very good.
I mean the ice bow. Broadsword. You can actually get the broadsword right now.
Why not? Let's get the broadsword. I do like the ice bow. Or I'll work on the health flask 3, because by God do I need it. How much is this? My flint is still better. By a lot.
But no, if you don't have the flint, you have a slight upgrade. Well, you don't have any electricity.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good enough. I'll go with that.
What is that like? There's actually like a term for like that flash freezing, like you explode from freezing too fast, kind of.
I'm sure there is. There's always a scientific term for damn near everything. You stub your toe and you cut the skin at the end of your toe with a toenail. I'm sure that's like some, I don't know, self-flagellation.
Self-flagellation. That's, you know what that is, and that is not what that is. Your Da Vinci Code fuck.
I haven't seen Da Vinci Code in a long time.
Right? Can't say it's something that I need to do anytime soon either. But.
Yeah, not too interested. I mean, gotta love old Tim Honks, but
some Tom Hinks.
Tom Hinks.
Some Tim Honks.
Some Gary Hansen.
Some Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Gary Youngman. Gary Oldman's brother, Gary Youngman.
Fuck's sake.
Young man, there's no need to feel young. I see old man.
Are you serenading Benjamin Button with the village people?
Go sleep. Go sleep. Bye-bye.
That's not quite sleep. That's encased in ice. I mean, I guess technically cryo sleep. You're Han Soloing the concierge. And he's just trying to ask you what your last name is so he can check you in, you dick.
I'm not nice to you dirty hotel people.
As a technically still hotel clerk, just haven't worked there in about half a year. Technically employed still, but
Seriously?
yeah.
I haven't cut you off yet?
No.
That's funny to
I
me.
still get the papers for the frickin' absolute vampire of a relative that suckered me into doing a frickin' retirement fund. And it's on me for not paying attention, but it's also on her for being my relative and not saying, oh, yeah, I can tell you haven't read this because you're just getting into the business industry. But you can't touch a dime of this until you're 60, or you only get like $5 of the $800 that are sitting in there being wasted right now.
Yeah.
Taking like $150 off every paycheck, and I'm not even making that good on money either way, so... But hey, the hotel business, whew, that's a fun little ditty to write there. There's 1.5 million stories of, honestly, one of the best industries I've worked in, for the sake that if you're a people person, hotels can be some of the most rewarding work you can ever do. And man, if you have the slightest amount of petty revenge, r/petty revenge, you could get some of the most like karma-inducing satisfaction ever working in the hotel industry. Because there are small little ways you can get back at the entitled people in that industry that they'll make the bad days worth working. Because if everything goes right, it's the best industry ever. And you pretty much get to read and watch TV on the job, so. Mind you, this concierge here, very obviously, is not a prime representation of hotel work. Typically, you have a ring.
Got a pistol in the back. Fuck you.
Well, you don't want to get robbed. You got to keep that cash register.
There
Your
we go.
thin margins, man.
My thin margins. That was close. That was by the hair of my chinny chin chin, but I did it. Classic concierge. Ooh. Oh wow.
You know, that's kind of odd that you got the concierge outfit this time after fighting him when you got the flint last time.
Yeah. I think this is even a different concierge outfit.
Yeah.
Because it's a classic. And the one that I have on the other save is just a regular concierge.
Yeah.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a good enough spot to end it for today.
Hope you enjoyed an hour of us just vamping.
It's good to be back again. It's good to be back.
We sure had fun. I hope you enjoyed watching our absolute madness.
Yeah. This has been the Metal Joystick, and we are signing out. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Milady. Milady.
So what do you think that root is in the health vial? Like,
I don't know. It's probably, I don't know, like a seed of Yggdrasil or something like that.
yeah.
I don't know. Good milady. Good milady.